will never get any new results with Maurice because she sat down there and she decided to enable this man. This is why he is talking about sex therapy in the new upcoming trailer. The trailer for the rest of the season, which seems to be quite juicy.
Are on the lookout for this woman.
I haven't seen Keke since the news, though. It's interesting what the video catches.
She started putting items into her purse.
She stole something?
I hope she's not back on pills.
Maurice ain't that kind of attorney. How did he get all the way to TV to say call the police?
It's drugs.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Innocent until proven guilty. I just got out of hospital. Hospital? Yeah. I had intense pain. Aching. I can't help you no more. She is lying. Well, I'm sure your family had called you and reached out. Tisha was the last person to call me out of everybody.
You don't want me to keep calling you a drug head? Stop the drugs.
And you always coming for women. Always.
You trying to check my wife. But ain't nobody saying nothing about paying no money. Stay in Marceau business or men business.
You're literally selling hair care products for a living. To women.
No, I'm talking about business. You know,
it's the guy that sells hair products for a living.
I think it's so pathetic for these black men to try to belittle and attack black women that they see being successful.
I'll pay professionals, not actresses, not models, professionals. Because I'm not going to pay you to talk about your t-shirt business.
Last I checked, they got sweatshirts for sale that say black across them.
A sex therapist.
For you to think that all of a sudden I can just make my body want to have sex.
This is a mental thing, Kimmy.
A medication made me feel this way. That borders on being an
Don't cry, Mel. My bad. I apologize. Don't cry.
Nobody's crying about you, Marceau. Nobody. Even Tisha ain't gonna be crying about you when she leave your ass. You're supposed to be having an affair with Marceau.
Man, we ain't finna get into this.
I know. But she needs to acknowledge it with him. Her! She doesn't. So you wanna be mad, break your ass. I don't give a how about that?
Call the police and drug
Do that, bitch! Do it! Do it, bitch! Do it! No! You need to live detective. Do it!
But it's Mary.
And Alma.
You guys got to like,
subscribe,
and comment down below, you all.
Yes.
I'm just... Well, anyway, I guess maybe we'll talk about the trailer. Should we talk about the trailer first?
Okay, well, let's just go right in.
Oh, I just want to talk about the trailer for the rest of the week?
Yeah.
Was it for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Between Melody telling Maurice that Tisha gonna be leaving his ASS.
And will not cry as she do it.
Yes, and
Don't play with no housewife. Do not play with a woman who was a housewife. And I'm not talking about this Real Housewives of Orange County.
Really aren't housewives.
Or Beverly Hills or Atlanta even. I'm talking about those who are actual housewives. Like housewives. You are at home. Okay, you don't work outside the home. Do not play with housewives. Housewives, they can sit back, be very quiet, okay? Be out there trying to uplift you, in the home. You know what I'm saying? Show submissiveness, okay? But there is a power there. That they know their power. They know their ability. They know how to be very organized.
You know how to get you together, honey.
To be a good housewife like Tisha was, a great housewife like she was, you've got to be disciplined. You can't do it right without discipline. I was a housewife before myself, so I know. Okay? I mean, don't play with a housewife. Okay? And yes, when she gets to that spot and she leaving your ad, there will be no tears. There will be no tears. Do you see that woman having her coins to the... First of all, she snatched. She even more snatched than how she ever been. And then getting her coins together to the point that when your businesses were kind of failing, she came out
and saved you.
And you're like, wait a minute, how does she have what? How
and she's majority owner.
It is the discipline, is that organization skill that comes from being a housewife. It's that ability to know when to speak, is know the seasons of when to say things.
Foresee the future.
It's not all the time. And because you are at home, you have that moment to really develop yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I don't play with Tisha. So, she is growing up before our very eyes. but it has always been there. It started with those bases for being a great housewife. Okay,
Hello.
so yes. We saw already what Christine did with Cody Brown, and she was the matriarch of that family.
Hello.
We already saw what that happened in Sister Wives. Okay, you guys can go watch our Sister Wives stuff.
Yeah.
But don't play with no housewife. Don't play with no woman who was a true housewife before. Don't do it.
Don't do it now. Don't hurt yourself.
But it seems to me, were they trying to say Keke is on drugs or she has a drug problem? I was like, did I miss something?
Well, Keke has had a drug problem.
Oh, so she
That's why they even had beef in the beginning. Keke and what's her name? Tisha.
So
because Tisha went and told Melody Martell that Keke is going through a drug problem, so you shouldn't invite her to the house. It was something like that. That's why they even started having beef in the beginning. So I don't know if she relapsed and went to jail, but it said somebody went to jail,
so
honey.
Tisha, I'm sorry. This is what I gotta say to you.
Leave Keke alone. She's in a bad place in her life.
In such a good place. I know, honey, that you want to be there for family, but there's some family and
you
friends
gotta put to the side.
You have to leave them be. It doesn't mean that you don't love them, you don't want to help them, but you gotta leave them be because they're very in a toxic place.
Yeah.
And they don't like you that much. That's why she doesn't like Tisha, because she herself is in a bad place.
Yeah.
And so when she sees your growth, it just pisses her off. And then there's the hatred there. You know, the drugs that allows them to start, it messes with their minds, man. Leave that girl alone. What do you think about the whole Maurice thing? It's like he is seriously blaming this woman. Like,
the thing is,
all his anger towards her, and like he's seeming to me to be so mean. I didn't really see the meanness in Maurice.
I'm starting to actually not feel sorry for Kimmy. I'm sorry. That's just where I am. You know why? Because my thing is, you're having all these issues with this man. And the reason why I'm saying, not because I shouldn't feel sorry for her, but because I honestly believe that she has decided in her mind, I am going, like Mary Brown, no matter what, I'm going to be with this man, no matter how much he does to me, no matter how much he puts me through while I'm going through cancer, I am still going to be here. She put on her wig after she had to do radiation. Yeah. She sat down there on that shows, the hot reality tea or whatever, that one with Claudia and Diva.
TGIF.
Yes, she sat there on TGIF as this man disrespected her, blamed her, rolled his eyes, and all this stuff. She sat down refused to apologize. Refused to apologize. She also refused to let him take accountability. And she sat down there and covered him like a baby in swaddling cloth. So, am I surprised that this fool is still on TV talking about how sex therapy, we need to go there so that it's a mental thing that you're not enjoying sex, so you need to go to sex therapy to make your body orgasm? I like, what do I say to Kimmy at this point? Because she has decided, like a dodo bird, to put on her glasses and decided, I'm going to make this work.
Your eyes on my eyes.
I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah, my eyes are really bad. Don't mess your 20/20 vision up.
She has decided to put on her rose-colored glasses. Then, like, I'm gonna sit down here like Bubba the Fool. Can't see nothing, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna hold my man down.
I know, but the thing is,
I can't feel sorry for somebody.
She's at the weak point in her life. She's not gonna leave him now at her most vulnerable.
Well, don't be showing up and doing interviews for this man-child either. Like, I'm having to have sex during cancer? That's enough for me to commit a crime. Like,
I guess the man. You know, the other thing, you know what I was also thinking? Because remember, before Kim had cancer, I think I had made the comment that I don't feel like Maurice is sexually fulfilling her, right? Because
she said it herself.
Well, this is later on. But remember when they had gone to see that psychiatrist, and Kimmy was talking about how she goes to go clean after sex? And I said, there's no way you go to clean after sex if you actually had an orgasm. And so I wondered to myself if Maurice can maybe learn how to please a woman. Because obviously he doesn't know. Because he's not able to please her. If this is before the cancer, he was not able to let this woman reach some kind of fulfillment in their sexual life. So she has been faking it since then.
I'm sorry, but my thing is when
when
it comes to pleasing somebody sexually, you have to actually want to please that person. You have to actually like that
I
person.
think he's incapable.
You have to
I don't
actually
think
care.
Maurice knows how to. I don't think he knows
sorry,
how to
I
make
don't want
love.
to
I don't think so.
I don't want to
Properly. I don't think so. I think that Maurice does not know. We gotta go talk to Kiowa because this. I'm sure this is a problem.
Let's leave that woman the hell alone.
I'm sure this is a problem Maurice has had.
I'm sorry, but my thing is, you've been having sex all these years.
That does not mean he knows what to do. The
No.
women have been faking it.
But the thing is, also Maurice is somebody who doesn't give a damn if you fake it. The fact that you can lay on top of your woman when she just had radiation and cancer and look her in the eye as she is mourning, as she is going through pain, and you still go
And you know she's suffering.
until you have ejaculated. You continue to do that, and you see the look.
Can't say it too loud. Soldiers are coming.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't talk too loud. Yeah, because this is another country that we talk about ejaculation. But you guys understand.
But
what
the
we're
fact
saying.
that you're here having to do all of this, right?
Yes.
And you still do not care. You just
my
care
glasses for
about
the eye candy. See, I gotta lower my gaze. Is there a barracks that's too far?
I have no idea.
Have all these military men walking down our road,
Trying to get the
and they are not looking at us at all. They are not even making eye contact. Hi. One. Oh, Mambo. Yes. I don't. I only speak English.
hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mambo. Okay.
Yeah.
Need to stop.
I think they were asking, am I taking a picture? That's why.
Oh, was that what they were asking? Oh, because you're not allowed to.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
was
they're the
acting,
military.
I
Yeah.
was acting like I was on the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like they were walking down, but they were looking cute.
Oh my god, we're still on film.
They were really cute. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, this is just going to be a video just about the trailer that's coming up, okay?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I feel as though when Maurice talks about sex therapy, Maurice has to actually go by himself.
Yeah.
To say, you know something, maybe I have been bamboozled all these years. Because now that Kim has admitted to me that she has been faking it, I'm now thinking about all those women who were beneath me. And I'm looking at their faces and I'm thinking, I'm going back in my mind. And you know, I think they were faking it too. So now I feel like maybe I need some kind of therapy and help to everyone knows how to have sex, right? But what it is how can I please my woman?
My thing is you have to actually want to do that, though. You have to actually care enough about her to ask those questions.
Well, that's the therapy. What do
He's almost therapy for her, not for himself.
How come I am not willing or able to please them? And why have I not cared all this time about it? There's something going on with me.
I don't know.
Do you think a man will go learn how to do that? Because I'm sure there are a lot of men out there who are not pleasing women. I don't think a lot of women are actually sexually fulfilled. I don't think so.
Not at all.
So I wonder if
a lot of men actually don't care. Like, you have to actually care. Like, when you want to please somebody, you have to actually care enough about that person to want them to also enjoy themselves. If you're just there to get yourself off, because the thing is, he's talking about how he has a need for sex. Like, he has a need, which to me, now that I'm thinking about it, it sounds like he has a porn or a sex addiction, because that's the only reason why he would need it. But the thing is, you don't go to a crackhead and said, oh, you have an addiction, let me give you some more crack to smoke this morning. You don't go and continue to help an addict. You don't do that. So
that's continue to give him sex like that. Is that what you're saying?
Like, if you are a sex addict,
you need
go heal that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit down here and put my body at jeopardy and my healing journey in jeopardy because You need sex because
Especially
you have
when I'm
become too
unable-
oversexed, and now I have to be some sex machine. That's not who I am. That's not how I. That's not
Only
even.
that, I'm not getting any pleasure from it. I'm still stuck on the lack of pleasure
No,
from it.
what I am stuck on is how you look your wife in the eye. You lay on top of her as you see that she is in pain after she just had radiation, and you still get your rocks off at my pain.
Yeah.
How like that to me? It sounds
little
like
sick.
rape, but it's not
little
rape.
sick.
It's not, but
Oh,
just
the
when
R
I
word.
think about that,
Yeah, got you.
it's so hard. Like I'm
It's
sorry,
heartbreaking.
that is enough to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Because how do you deal with that? And how
Yeah.
was Kimmy still sitting here? So that's why I'm saying I can't feel sorry because she's still sitting there. But
Well,
then
in
I'm
the
like, do
preview,
I
she
feel
seems
sorry?
very upset. She herself, she seems
When
a
are you
little
gonna be
angry.
upset enough to leave?
That's true.
Call
too.
me
Now,
when that you get there.
okay, so, all right.
I'm not talking about Kimmy, bro. I can't.
But
Melody's
hear
very
you.
petty.
But can I?
Go ahead, do
I
your-
want to
do
say
your
one
point,
thing
Jack.
before we jump up to Melody. I want to say I am not a man, right? But if I was a man, that's what I am still confused and stuck on this. And I'm not a man. If there are men in this, let me know. If I was a man, because we always think a lot of times it's the men who are, I don't know, I guess the leaders of the whole sexual scene. And then sometimes it turns during the whole thing. Anyway, as a man, I will want to kind of perfect my skills.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. Like, don't you want to perfect your skills?
Don't you want to excel for greatness?
When it comes to pleasing your woman?
Yeah.
So I feel like Maurice, like this is where you're actively failing in this. Like you failing. You're actually having an F minus in this.
An E. Can we say E?
Well, the F is after the E or a G, right?
Oh.
You is failing in this, bruh. I just feel like, just like how you go, like you say you're a nurse or you're a doctor, right?
Right.
You go, you always take these classes
Yeah.
to honing skills, to
Right.
get better
Right.
and stuff like that. Are there classes for that for men? Because there ought to be, especially for those ones who don't know how. So I feel.
I know.
Go get a class, bro. At this point, you're failing. You get an F for your sex life in your marriage because your wife cannot have an orgasm with you. That is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a big problem. And how you point and the reason why he's pointing the finger at her, because it's very painful. It's painful. Like, I'm incapable of doing this.
They go
but
do
you
some
need
work.
to have some practice. Not practice out there, but you got to learn about the woman, her body, the parts, all of that stuff. You got to learn about foreplay, about even the sound of your voice, things to do, how to kind of bring that out of her before
Yeah.
you even see her. Like certain love parts of a woman, certain parts that
The love language.
that's what you gotta work on, Maurice, because you're getting an F.
Well, also, why
In
don't
love
you?
making with your wife, you're getting an F. Like,
Actually,
I will not know how to be if I was a man. I'm not able to. What? I can't even. These people have been faking it. Like, how come I don't have these skills? Like, it will drive me crazy. I will be like, something? I'm fasting off of all women until I go and hone in these skills because no. When I am with my wife, she has got to be singing hallelujah. Okay, but maybe that's the wrong word. She has got to be fulfilled.
but my thing is also.
What do y'all think?
You know
This
where
is
that
like-
comes from? That comes from having some shame. He has none. Like, you have to be ashamed of yourself, but he has none. You know why? Because you have Kimmy there putting her breast in his mouth, babying him and enabling him. So why
true.
should I have shame? Because mommy going to always accept me as is.
Yeah,
You see,
kid,
so
you're right.
That's the issue. That's
right.
the issue.
You're right.
So she keeps on sitting there. So I can't even say that
You're right.
this
You're
man
right
is
about
going
that.
to change because he has no initiative. Because Kimmy is right there. I support you even when you hurt me. When I had just had radiation, I still support you. I'm gonna sit here like a dodo
And
bird
you know, for
and
years
be on the
I've
show.
not been able to come.
I couldn't, girl. I don't know how you do it, but I mean,
And
God
Kimmy
sends you
is
healing.
a woman who, like she had said before, I need that. Like I need that, but I don't need it if I can't have an orgasm.
I can't believe she's been having sex with this man all this
has not
time
been-
and has not been enjoying herself, and then she goes and she marries him.
And consistently.
Look,
Consistently. Like, damn, Maurice, F.
For me, I don't like. I mean, like people go and they say they have sex right before marriage because it's like, well, I want to test ride that car, just for you to test ride the car, and the car is a broken down, beat up like Nissan Tesla. It's like some Nissan car or whatever that's beat up, right?
Yeah.
But you still say, you know what? I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to commit to this car. I'm going to marry this car and I'm going to be here. What's the point of test riding anything if you're going to be with somebody who's going to be giving you bad sex for the rest of your life and then go on TV and talk about it?
And also, it comes from a space, like you said, not really caring.
Yeah.
Because
and then having no shame.
Yeah.
You have to have shame in order to change your situation.
Like, you have to have some pride in yourself to say, no, baby, I cannot allow you to not be able to get off, and we are still in this relationship. Like I'm going to go and learn and ensure. You know what I'm saying? That because now you're dealing with my manhood. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to be able to let you scream. And the fact that you can't and fall asleep and in contentment with a smile on your face, I got to really work on that, baby. And the fact that he hasn't.
Yeah.
He's just finding out, I guess. But like you said, he probably had an inkling.
Yeah.
Whew,
but also
child.
my thing is I feel
it's going to be something this season. The rest of this season is going to be juicy. Because Kim looks very upset. I mean, she seemed like she was very annoyed. But like you said, will she be annoyed enough to leave him or give him the space he needs to do the work he needs to do and get the skills that's required to get the job done in the right way?
And my thing is also, at this point, it's not even about pleasing me sexually. It's about leaving me the hell alone.
Right.
Because
right
I'm
now,
going through
because-
cancer.
Yeah.
You go fix that over there. Let me gain
While
some
I'm
trust.
going through this, exactly.
Yes.
You do that part, and then when my treatments are over and I am well, then we can come
You
back.
have to rebuild the love and the respect. Because my thing is, I can't
trust,
respect
yeah.
no man who's still expecting me to give his ass sex
Yeah.
when I am in a life or death situation. You talking about needs. I could die tomorrow,
I know.
but
I have a
you
need.
but
Like,
you
not
got
for real.
off. But if you
Exactly.
get off, you'll be fine. You know why? Because you can go down. You can go pay a prostitute, or you can go meet some girl and you can get your needs met.
I'm sorry.
But-
Go get.
No,
a
I'm talking about if
cold
she
shower.
were to pass away,
Oh,
you
yeah.
will still be able to
I see.
satisfy yourself. But if I die, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So what you're talking about as a need is not a need.
Yeah.
I need peace and I need to heal.
Yeah.
That's what Kimmy needs to be focusing on. But she continues to sit down here and
Ooh,
enable the
child.
bad behavior. So it's just hard for me to even feel empathetic.
I hear you, girl. So the other
But
thing
it's her
was,
life. But Mom, we're
you said
gonna
Mel was being petty.
yeah.
Yeah, but I love it. I am here for it. Mel looking at Marceau was like, yeah, well, when
Maybe
Tisha
she's seen the
leave
look
your
in-
ass. Oh, she has seen the look. She has
Maybe.
seen that look in Tisha's eyes, the same look that was in her eyes when she was getting ready to dump Marceau, even though they just had the fourth baby. Okay? She's like, when Tisha leave your ass, she ain't going to be crying. Woo! I know Marceau.
Well, I'm sure Melody will be very happy to finally say, hey, their marriage also broke, because I do feel like she's been a little bit envious of that whole situation. Not that, I mean, Marceau is like phenomenal, but I feel like he's definitely better than Martell. Like, I've never seen him tell Tisha to shut the F up, and he's never gone out there cheating proudly am like
Put it in
being
your face.
put it in your
and I'm
face.
gonna continue to do that, okay? Because she just be doing XYZ for me. How about that?
Because I feel because I feel like Melody probably would have stayed with Martell had he not been so braggadocious about it.
And
Had
in
he
her face,
stayed
yeah.
home during COVID to actually work on the marriage,
Yeah.
and he wasn't going around with this woman, and he had put her
probably
in
would
check, she
have,
would have
yeah.
stayed. Because the thing is, this is not the first time. Like they had
Yeah.
been dealing with cheating before the show even aired.
Yeah.
So she had been staying all this time, and you
Yeah.
can tell me this man has not been cheating from the beginning.
He just
She
became
would have.
so bold with it, and then
And
it
then
was
telling me
done.
to shut the F up on camp. Listen,
It
you
was
come
easy.
tell me to shut the F up when I'm your wife. Like,
I
that's
know.
divorce. Like, what are you talking about?
I know. How are you talking to me?
And it's talking about how, because I'm not getting on my knees for you, that's why you're cheating. You have? You drunk or both?
No, it wasn't that even that she wasn't doing that. But
Well,
she
he
wasn't
kept on
doing
rubbing it in her
She
face,
wasn't
though.
doing it frequently enough for him.
But he kept on rubbing it in
Even
her
though
face. I'm with this woman because she gives me this. You don't do this to me. Like, he actually was rubbing it in her face.
He wanted it often and all this stuff. And Melody, I mean, we saw how she was doing pretty much everything and also doing the business.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who has time
she
for
was
that?
working just as much as you were working.
Probably more.
And taking care of the household.
And had the builder's
and
license, so
cooking for
she's
your-
really working.
And cooking for you, making sure there's a warm food and stuff at the house, and being there for the kids and their homework, and like, and she wasn't a housewife. Melody wasn't a housewife, but you expected her to do all those things.
To be a housewife
a regular
and-
traditional housewife does when she's out there working just as much, if not more than you, because like you said, she had her license, and your ass did not, still don't.
I know,
Like-
10 years later.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you were expecting all of those things and then some, and all in her face. And then he did it in a public forum. So now the world knows, and she's like, oh, hell to the no. So, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, I don't feel like, I think anytime you get through a divorce, sometimes you go through that point when you look at other people's marriages, you're kind of
Well,
annoyed and stuff like that. It's not that
I
you're
mean, but even
necessarily...
after the divorce, but even during the marriage, like it seemed like she was trying to really not break it up, but she was trying to put like poke little needles, like little
Yeah, and
holes in the
everybody said-
balloon, in their marriage balloon or whatever,
Yeah.
right? That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm sure she's there smiling like, is she about to leave your ass? I mean, it looked like she get a little
And
kick.
guess what? She ain't gonna, you might think she gonna have a tear, but she's not.
So that's the thing, right? So
How do you think Marceau gonna receive that when he gonna be Tisha? He gonna be, you see, now he gonna be looking at Tisha. Melody, you
like
shouldn't
there's
have said
enough-
anything. You should have let Tisha like pull the rug from out of here, under here.
Yeah, but Marceau should be very scared. You know what I'm saying?
Tread
but that's what I
carefully.
think about. I don't think Melody is necessarily jealous of her. I think maybe
No.
she was a little bit envious of what she had. Like
The
she was still
relationship,
able
yeah.
to keep the marriage, and the man was still decent to her.
Yeah.
That's why she's been trying to seem like Marceau has been cheating on her this whole time, because she
Right.
wants to at least be like all men cheat. Because she was really like all men cheat,
she's,
right?
Yeah, she has been saying that for the longest
Well, the reason
time,
why
that
she
all
wanted
men
to
cheat.
believe that is so that it will make her feel better about her situation.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the guy that you're with, you would not go say that he's cheating on you, right?
Yeah, but and Melody, I think has healed,
So she's
and
beyond that
grown.
thinking, I believe,
Yeah, that
now.
all men cheat. Yeah, I don't think she's not gonna accept that now, and I doubt it.
Yeah. Anyway, this was the 30-minute review of the trailer for the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We hope
Juicy.
you guys enjoyed this. We're going to actually come in another video and talk about the actual episode, because we never got there. But it is a merry.
And
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe.
and comment down below.